Before a champion ever wins, before the lights, the trophies, the applause, there's a silent moment when no one believes in you, except you. And in that moment, your destiny is born. Tonight, we journey into the mind of a man who didn't wait for validation, didn't wait for permission, didn't wait for the world to approve his greatness. He declared it, he lived it, he became it. Muhammad Ali once said, "To be a champion, you must believe you are the best. If you're not, pretend you are." This is not arrogance. This is not ego. This is strategy. This is psychology. This is the hidden science of champions. But the beginning of the story. What does it mean to believe you are the best? Not after success, not after victory, but before, when you are untested, unknown, unseen by the world. This is the forgotten chapter of greatness, the part people do not see, the internal battle where champions are forged. When Muhammad Ali stepped into the ring, he wasn't just fighting opponents, he was fighting doubt. He was fighting the limits placed on him. He was fighting the voice that every human hears at some point. The voice that says, "You're not good enough." But Ali refused to listen. To him, belief was not optional. It was oxygen. The psychology of pretending. Ali's quote contains one of the deepest truths about human performance. If you're not the best yet, act like you are. Why? Because the brain responds to identity before it responds to skill. A person who believes they are a champion trains like a champion. A person who believes they are the best performs like the best. A person who pretends with enough conviction eventually becomes the real thing. Ali understood something modern psychology now confirms. The body follows the identity you create. Pretending is not lying. Pretending is rehearsing the future. Pretending is stepping into the version of yourself you are building. Pretending is a form of self-programming. Ali didn't say, "Hope you're the best." He said, "Believe you are the best, and if you're not there yet, behave like it until you become it." The childhood of a champion. Long before he became Muhammad Ali, he was Cassius Clay, a skinny kid from Louisville with a dream too big for his surroundings. He was not the strongest. He was not the fastest. He was not the most gifted. But he had something greater than natural talent. He had self-belief. From age 12, he walked differently, talked differently, trained differently. People laughed at his confidence. Some even called it arrogance. But he was writing the script of his life long before anyone saw the ending. Champions are not chosen. Champions are created in silence, in discipline, in the thoughts no one else hears but you. Ali didn't merely train for fights. He trained for destiny. He was rehearsing greatness every time he laced his gloves, every time he stepped into a gym, every time he looked in the mirror and said, "I am the greatest." Whether it was true yet didn't matter. It became true because he said it, believed it, lived it, and embodied it. The birth of unbreakable confidence. Confidence is not something you find. Confidence is something you build, and Ali built his from scratch. Repetition after repetition, word after word, moment after moment. Every morning, he fed his mind with greatness. Every night, he rehearsed his future victories in his imagination. He wasn't guessing. He wasn't hoping. He was installing greatness into his identity. It wasn't magic. It wasn't luck. It was work, mental work, internal work, the kind of work no one sees. Until you win. The power of speaking greatness out loud. Ali spoke greatness out loud for a reason. What you say with conviction, your mind starts to believe. What your mind believes, your body begins to execute. And what your body repeats, the world eventually sees. Ali said things like, "I am the greatest. I can't be beat. I'm going to show you how great I am." People thought he was joking. Some thought he was crazy. Others thought he was arrogant. But he was doing exactly what champions do. He was programming his identity. Science now calls this self-directed neuroplasticity. Ali simply called it belief. Training in darkness. Before the world cheers you, you must learn to train alone, in silence, in darkness, with only your dreams to guide you. Imagine a young Ali running under dim streetlights, no cameras, no crowd, no fame, just footsteps, breathing, sweat, cold air cutting against his skin, every step whispering the same message: I am the greatest. Not because he was, but because he refused to be anything else. This is what the world forgets. Greatness begins long before success becomes visible. The fear that made him great, even champions feel fear. But Ali didn't eliminate fear. He used it. He used fear as fuel. He used pressure to sharpen his focus. He used self-belief to silence doubt. Fear is not the enemy. Fear is the fire that forges the champion, if you dare to walk through it. Ali walked through it every day. When the world doubted him, fear whispered, but belief roared louder. The pretend principle that shapes reality to many people. Pretending sounds fake, but to Ali, pretending was not falsehood. It was training. When he pretended he was the best, something extraordinary happened. He moved like the best. He thought like the best. He worked like the best. He became the best. Pretending was rehearsal. Rehearsal became belief. Belief became identity. Identity became greatness. This is why Ali's quote is not about arrogance. It is about building the inner architecture of a champion. The moment the world noticed, there came a day when the world finally saw what he always knew. When he knocked out Sonny Liston, the unbeatable champion, everything changed. Crowds erupted. Analysts were stunned. The world gasped. But Ali didn't. Why? Because he had already seen that victory in his mind 1,000 times. He had rehearsed it. He had spoken it. He had lived it. He believed it long before anyone else did. Greatness does not surprise the one who built it. The world was shocked. Ali wasn't. He had been the champion in his mind long before he became the champion in reality. The mindset. Every dreamer must learn. The essence of Ali's quote is this: identity precedes performance. Belief precedes victory. Imagination precedes achievement. If you want to be a champion, in boxing, in life, in business, in education, you must believe you are worthy of victory before you win. And if that belief feels impossible right now, Ali gives you the solution. If you're not the best yet, pretend. Pretend you are disciplined. Pretend you are confident. Pretend you are focused. Pretend you are unstoppable. Pretending is not lying. Pretending is visualizing your true potential before the world can see it. Pretending is the doorway to belief, and belief is the engine of greatness. The inner war of a champion. Every champion must fight two battles, the one the world sees and the one the world never will. The punches, the sweat, the bruises, those are visible. But the doubts, the insecurities, the silent questions at 2 a.m., those are invisible. Ali fought both. He wasn't born fearless. He learned fearlessness. He built courage. He constructed belief the way a sculptor shapes stone, chipping away at everything that wasn't greatness. Ali understood what most people never realize. To be the best, you must first conquer yourself, not the opponent, not the critics, not the expectations, yourself, your doubts, your fears, your excuses. And Ali confronted them every day, not with pride, but with purpose. The science behind Ali's confidence. What Ali did naturally, psychology now studies deeply. Sports scientists call it self-affirmation theory, identity priming, cognitive belief programming, self-efficacy conditioning. But Ali didn't need academic words. He understood the truth in the simplest way. What you believe consistently becomes the foundation of your results. When he told himself, "I am the greatest," he wasn't bragging. He was activating his brain for performance. His confidence increased dopamine levels. His self-affirmations sharpened focus. His belief systems reduced anxiety. His identity as the greatest maximized his physical output. He didn't wait to be great to believe it. He believed it to become great. Locker room moments. Greatness is built in quiet places, before the noise, before the chaos, before the world watches. Imagine Ali alone in the locker room, bandaged hands, gloves resting beside him, a towel draped over his shoulders. No crowd, no reporters, just silence. He leans forward, elbows on his knees, eyes closed, whispering to himself, "You're the greatest. You can't be beat. You were made for this." That wasn't ego. That was armor. Words became shields. Belief became armor. Identity became strength. Before Ali fought anyone, he strengthened the fighter inside himself. The difference between pretending and lying. Many misunderstand Ali's philosophy. When Ali said, "If you're not the best, pretend you are," he wasn't telling you to deceive others. He was telling you to conditioning your mind. Pretending is not lying. It is preparing. Pretending says, "I'm not there yet, but I will be. I don't have the results yet, but I'm building the identity. I haven't won yet, but I'm already becoming the person who does." Pretending is a psychological rehearsal. It is practicing confidence until it becomes natural. If identity shapes destiny, then pretending is the rehearsal of destiny. This is why Ali's words are one of the most powerful formulas for greatness ever spoken. How Ali used confidence as a weapon. Ali's confidence wasn't only internal, it was strategic. He used his belief to intimidate opponents, throw off their emotional balance, boost his own performance, control the psychological narrative, bend the mental battlefield in his favor. When he said, "He can't beat me. I'm too fast. I'm too strong. I'm the greatest," he wasn't entertaining the crowd. He was manipulating the fight before it even began. Opponents feared him before they felt a single punch because they believed what Ali believed about himself. That is the power of identity. If you convince your opponent that you are unbeatable, half the fight is already won. And Ali mastered that art. The moment you become a champion. There is a moment every dreamer faces, a moment where belief and doubt collide. Ali's philosophy gives you the answer. Act like the person you want to become. Train like the person you want to become. Speak like the person you want to become. Move like the person you want to become. Because the moment you start behaving like a champion, you already are one. Victory is just the final confirmation. Champions win long before the fight. Champions win in their minds. Champions win in their identity. Champions win in the thoughts they choose daily. And Ali proved this to the world.